last video, we finally got my dad's old 1967 Camaro running right with its new engine swap after 6 years of trying. But during the first drive, it had a major failure that destroyed the engine, transmission, and every other driveline component.
By the grace of God, we are still alive right now.
But by the end of this story, you'll be able to see how this all happened, what all was damaged, and even get an opportunity to help decide the fate of my dad's old car. Regardless of how big the issue, one constant always remains.
This is a dream come true! This is crazy!
I will not give up. Well, this video is going to be a little rough. Last video, you guys saw that, again, for the first time in 6+ years, my dad's 1967 Camaro got tuned. It was running right. Everything was great. So in this video, we took it out on the street and things went horribly wrong. We showed a teaser of that at the end of the last video, and everyone was wondering how this happened and what happened. So this is the story.
Since being 1 day old, this is the only car that I've ever known. And my whole childhood, this was the only car I ever saw sit in my dad's garage.
My dad's gonna watch this and laugh, but like since I was 16, 15 years old, I have been pressuring him so bad to get this car. And I was like, I promise you I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna finish it. Trust me, I'm gonna finish it. And then I didn't. And so I think he kind of was like, what the hell? you bought the car from me, you told me you were gonna finish it, you didn't. And I think I have taken a lot of notes from that. I have got to get better. A lot of times I say I'm gonna do something, I have these big dreams or whatever, and I don't, for some reason, continue it. There's always some excuse, some reason, but this year I'm completely done with excuses
And reasonings and this and that. We're getting this stuff done at all costs.
After we got done tuning the car, we had one goal in mind once we got back home with it. All we wanted to do was take it to the mountains to get a little bit of a photo shoot, maybe some video footage and things like that, just to celebrate the fact the car was pretty much done.
Now we can carefully slip this panel back on. It's a little bit of a tight fit. Yep. There we go.
Before we took it out though, we had to get the front end of the car reassembled for the first time in over 6 years, and it was pretty cool to see it all back together, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, they really didn't make this easy. Oh God. Can't even see where I'm.
A few minutes later, we got a side piece. Oh my gosh, we got the chrome front bumper. And now this is a really rough look at the final version of the car.
Trying to learn the body assembly of this car for the first time ever was a little bit difficult and a struggle, to be honest, but a very fun, super rewarding time.
I ain't never did this before, no. Okay, look at that. All right, would you mind holding this with me?
The next morning, after we had the front end of the car assembled, we pulled it outside in the sun to give it its first bath in a really long time, but we had to be careful because there were no side windows on the car, although it gave us the perfect opportunity to try out our Never Stop Shining detail spray. This stuff is pretty good. Coming soon, by the way. And after a tape measure alignment, it was finally time to take the car back on the road again, this time though with full power on tap.
We still got wire harnesses all in here. I need to get the door handles and everything put together on the inside, but it works, man. I mean, it's a work in progress, but it works. That's key. Let's give it a start. Hello. A little loud in here. Yeah, like a real drive. talk on our throttle. That's rowdy for sure. It's like a go-kart. It's just an engine and a transmission and a little body here. It just drives like a normal car. That's so weird. What the heck? And the alignment's not even that bad. The steering wheel is just a little off, but I did that with my eyes. That's pretty cool.
It felt amazing to be able to have this car on the road for the first time. Again, pretty much ever in my life successfully. The first time we took it out, it ran out of gas. So this time we had a little bit longer drive until, again, the car came to a stop. This time, a lot worse of a situation than just running out of gas, unfortunately. Don't get it twisted, no pun intended. On the dyno, we definitely knew that there was a little bit of a vibration, although we did not expect for this part that failed to cause as much damage as it did, nearly at all. Like this really blew our minds, to be honest. As soon as we merged onto the highway, a gorgeous GT500 pulls up right next to us. And knowing the history of this channel and me as a person, you know that if I am in a car and a nice car pulls up next to me, it's only a knee-jerk reflex to race them. Expecting to get dusted by this thing, we took off, and moments later, the noise we heard was literally the worst possible sound I've ever heard from a car, followed by the most crazy amount of ruckus, dings, bangs, and as we were slowing back down and coasting to a stop, I'm running through every scenario in my head, trying to think of what just happened. What could have broke? Is this the engine? Is this the transmission? Is this the drive shaft? But still, I had no idea what was coming.
All right, we just
Are y'all okay?
And as heartbroken as I was about the car being broken, I still had no clue to the extent that it was going to be broken and how I was going to feel by the end of this day.
My knee is literally shaking. I can't let off the brake right now because if I do, we're gonna roll back. There's no drive shaft anymore. I don't even have to look, I already know.
Despite the heartbreak that I obviously felt from the whole scenario, I knew that we had to solve this issue ASAP. I mean, we're sitting on the side of the road, the highway at that.
Okay, I'm gonna need, wow, I gotta process. All right, we gotta get the car. I'm gonna have to go get it. We'll have to leave it. I'm gonna put it in the grass.
Where did it even break?
While 18-wheelers are just buzzing past us.
The scariest possible thing in a car. Holy moly, dude. Woo! Oh, no way! No way! No shot right now.
There was like sparks coming out and everything.
Oh. Hey, but hold on, I'm optimistic. We were right there with that GT500, motherfucker. Oh my God. I don't even care. The Camaro is working. The Camaro drove successfully. This is the most stressful situation I've ever been in. However, this could be likely the situation that breaks me entirely mentally, but it's not gonna be, and I'm gonna tell you why. The fact that it worked, this was the biggest thing that I have been wanting for years and years and years. However, everything comes with a cost. You guys gotta remember that. Sometimes, right whenever things are going perfectly good, they're gonna go really bad, but that's okay. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. I will never have a car without a drive shaft safety loop ever again. Dude. I wonder what the damage is down there. It looks like we got a little bit of denting going on, but that's okay. Wow. Okay. If I run really fast to the house, would y'all mind waiting right here and just filming the car? You don't stand by it, just in case. So stand over there. I'm gonna chalk the wheel, but I'm gonna go get the trailer, the drop trailer real quick. Oh my God, dude. I'm a hard dude to scare for real. That one had me shook. Damn, you just said earlier, you were like, it's scary how the drive shaft's right there. That shit just exploded. Ah! Okay, we'll be right back. Are y'all good? Do y'all need anything? Okay, I swear, we'll be right back. All right, yeah, and the sun, have a good afternoon. We'll be right back. That is so crazy. Oh my God. That is so good.
Lanny and Reese were watching over the car while I rushed back home in the Escalade to grab our trailer, but I had my mind set on still achieving the one goal that we had set, just to take the car to the mountains for a photo shoot and a little bit of video. And I was very determined we were still gonna make that happen.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad all kinds of stuff. Thank you, God, for giving me instructions on the spot. Jesus loves you, baby. Wow. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know why I thought I already hooked it up. I literally just pulled my handy dandy wheel chock out of the way. Woo! Yeah, typically, old me right now would have been heartbroken for sure. New me figures out how to fix it. Doesn't complain. Goodness. Well, this is gonna get a little tricky. Let's hit the road and get back. We're gone.
Optimistically, we got back. We loaded up the car, we shared a few laughs, and we headed all the way to the mountains with the car on a trailer to get some epic shots. Still not aware that we were in for quite the surprise later that night.
Watch your feet!
I know, they're gonna rub my toes over. Not my toes! Oh!
Oh yeah, that's it.
What was that? Oh! What? What do you mean? The drive shaft came out?
Yeah, out of the transmission, yeah.
Honestly, Seriously, what a thumbnail. Do we want to get Instagram pictures or something? Like, dude, life has been going so unexpected lately. In a good and bad way. It's just things are not going to plan. Pretty unbelievable, to say the absolute least. Wow. Hey, but what about that GT500 race, man? What the heck? He better be glad we broke.
After we got back home, we put the car on a lift, excited to replace just a simple drive shaft and get it back on the road. But what we discovered next was truly horrifying. The worst thing possible to find under your project car that is super sentimental and meaningful. This was terrible. This was the worst. It was horrible. I just remembered that we didn't turn that fill light back on. Is it too dark over there? So yeah, next video, we've got to dive into seeing exactly what is wrong with this car, because just from the cracks that we are able to notice, it looks like the engine's ruined, the transmission is ruined, the drive shaft, of course, is ruined, the exhaust is ruined. We've got to change up quite a bit with this car, whether we're swapping to an entire new engine, whether we are pulling this one out and trying to fix it. I don't really know, but next video, I really need you guys' help. And if you have any suggestions for me, comment down below and let me know what we should do with this car from here. However, like I said, the one thing I know is that I am not going to give up. And as a reminder, things get hard in life, but that is never a reason to stop. So thank you guys so much for watching. We got to figure some stuff out. Don't lose sight.